The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And this will be a touchback as that sails over. Over the end line.
Come on, 180. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Now Goff on first down. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? Three-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Goff. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Out of the gun, Goff. Completes it to Lee. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Returnable for Lockett. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. From the 25 on 2nd down, Wilson. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Check with the 9. And let's get in them holes.
Penny, a 1st down carry. And an alley to run. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Rams' 47-yard line.
41. We've got to wedge that.
On 2nd and inches, Wilson. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the 50, it's gone. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Looking again in the direction of Woods, but it'll be 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down.
Right there. 54. Right there. Hey, 5.
From the gun, here's Goff. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, his 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gostkowski with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City, and it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. What we got? What we got? What we got?
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Bobby Wagner, the former second rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. They get the sack on the blitz, but it was 3rd and inches. Are you surprised like I am they weren't running the football there?
I'm right there with you. I would have thought it worst. Quarterback sneak, try and pick up the first down and move on. But instead, I think they thought they could catch him by surprise and maybe hit something deep.
A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Third and long, it's Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Second down, it's Henderson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. They got a man. It's Woods. And all the way up to the 49. A huge play that time for the Rams. 44 yards.
First down, Rams.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. It's a gain of 15. 1st down, Seahawks. 2 minutes on the clock. 2nd quarter. 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Leonard Floyd able to record his 5th sack of the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a 1st. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to go ahead and use the 1st of their timeouts. It's just their 1st, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the 1st half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Goff. And Woods has it complete. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Hold on. Check. Tiger. Hey, seam six. Tripsy's the mark. I don't think you got it.
On first down, it's gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Goff now to throw. Airing it out deep for Woods. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Woods, the intended receiver.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Wilson now to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Wilson now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Myers' kick is good. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Let's go double count right here. Double count. Mike spot 9. Mike spot 9. Blue day.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Aaron Donald, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That's pulled in at the 32. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
It's out of time. Check 4. Check 4.
A shotgun snap for gone. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. There he goes right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Rashad Penny, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, high 7.
Out of the gun. Gone. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for L.A. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Completes it to Lee. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Gotta love a guy who'll stand in there and deliver. No matter what the pressure, waits for the route to come open, hangs in there, and completes the pass.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Throwing again is Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. What else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kendrick Bourne, 83 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they designed every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Try to get it to Woods. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the ball is knocked out, and I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often.
And, my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. Out, out, out. 3 down, out, out.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Look good, though. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Aaron Donald, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time was a pretty one play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Goff throwing again. Steps away to his left. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a Dolphin is confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now they'll run it again with Penny. Penny hit, and the ball is jarred free. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Following the fumble recovery, Goff. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you're talking about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what he's yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the Rams' 36-yard line.
Cut! Move the team! Check, 59. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
Again, it's Penny. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Wilson now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Check. Got it. Took right.
Wilson operating from the gun. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Samson Ebukam. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now Rashad Penny, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Myers able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3rd and 4, and this crowd urging on their defense. They're up and making noise. Back to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Orbit. What you got, Abby? Give me something. Give me something. Here we go. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey, watch his slant. Watch his slant. Watch his slant. Watch his slant.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Gerald McCoy and the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Crunch time, defense.
From the gun again to Penny. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now it's Penny running right. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Check. No. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
On 3rd down, Penny. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now.